Hi guys, and welcome to the first episode of my brand new channel. I've just started wanting really to create content for Football Manager, so set this up and we'll run with this and see how it goes. This is the first series that I'm going to run, and it's a Journeyman series. Decided that I'm going to start in want to do some leagues that I've played in before on previous FMs, but I haven't got around to on FM15. Leagues that I've had some fun in, and that are leagues that you may not have seen before, may not have played in before, and hopefully that'll be interesting to you as well. The team that I've decided to start with is in Mexico. I've played in Mexico before and had some really good fun, so it'll be interesting to see how this one goes, see how it compares. The team I've gone for is Querétaro. I'm not sure really if that's how it's pronounced, but I'm hoping that somebody will be able to help me out with that. Part of the reason I've chosen this team is because of Ronaldinho, who is my vice captain. For a 34-year-old, his stats I think are pretty impressive, especially technique, free kick, first touch, things like that. They're pretty impressive for a 34-year-old, and I think that he's strong enough to definitely be able to lead us to some kind of silverware this season. A problem that I've encountered, the leagues that I've set up include Paraguay, who start their season in January. I didn't realise it at first, but the league has already started. It's pretty much over halfway through, but because the way that Mexican league structure is, they have an opening stage and a closing stage, so it hasn't really made too much effect. There's 3 games in, and there's 4 points and around mid-table, but it's all okay. Everything really good. In fact, I'm quite nice to pick up and see what I can do with this team. The way the Mexican Leagues run over the structure of the Mexican League, the way that it goes is they have an opening stage and a closing stage, so 2 halves of the season. Play each team once. There's 17 games, and then after 17 games it goes into a playoff with a quarter-final, semi-final, and the final to decide who wins each stage. If we show this from the opening stage, that's what happened. These 8 teams qualified for the playoffs, and then America won them against Atlas in the final. Also, they have an interesting relegation scheme as well. One team's relegated every year, and it runs off average points accumulated over 3 seasons. So if you have one bad season, it can pretty much hamper you for a while. As you can see, we had a bad season in 2012-2013 where we only got 39 points, so that hasn't been particularly brilliant. So that's brought our average down, but I definitely think that we can improve on that. At the end of the season, of course, that goes. So at the moment, because Veracruz have had a bad average, they're in the relegation zone, but Chivas aren't far off that, and they lose a good, it's not a good season, but it's their best season so far that they lose at the end of this, so they could be relegation candidates for next season. That'll be interesting to keep an eye on. So let's have a quick look at my squad. Squad depth. Here we go. So we have some quality, really. I'm quite pleased. I hadn't really looked at this before, but quite happy with what we've got. Of course, Ronaldinho is obviously the best player we have, and we have enough quality, I think, to be able to possibly push for the playoffs. Let's have a look at George Corral's stats. He looks okay. Physically good. Technically looks quite good as well. He's a defender, so finishing is quite good for a defender. Marking's good. Tackling's good. Positioning's good. All these things I think are quite important. He could be an important player for us. Obviously Ronaldinho, we've seen Camilo, but Emmanuel Villa is actually the guy that's on my team. He's on loan from Tigre. That must be the Argentinian Tigre, and not the... No, it's the Mexican one. He looks good as well. heading good. If we can get some crosses in, that'd be great, and good finishing as well. That looks like it could be quite interesting. So I'm just going to jump straight into our first game of the season. It's in the Mexican Cup closing stage, and it's against the only other Mexican Premier Division side in our group. It's quite interesting the way this cup runs. There's obviously the groups, and then the winner from each group qualifies for the quarterfinal, and then the two best second place teams also qualify for the quarterfinals. That's our expectation, is to get that far. An interesting rule that I discovered while I was having a look earlier on is this one, that teams get an extra point if they win an aggregate over both legs against an opposition team. So it seems a bit crazy. You could not only, you could finish with an extra 3 points on top of the 6 games that you played, so you could actually finish with 7 games worth of points for 6 games, which would be quite interesting to see how that affects who goes through or not, because I imagine that the best place, second place teams will be decided based on that rule. So let's have a look at the team that we've decided to go for today. Okay, I've gone for this tactic. It's one that when there was the Sega Humble Bundle, that you could get Miles's tactic as downloadable content. And I did that, and it's worked for me before. I haven't really tested it out here, obviously, because we're midway through the season, so I haven't had any pre-season to test it. So I'm kind of hoping that it works well, and that we can push on and get a win here. Let's jump into it. It should be quite interesting to see this, because they're the only other, like I said, they're the only other Mexican Premier Division side in our group. So it'd be a good test for us to go up against a team that is as good, if not better than us, nice and early on. Although we are favourites to win this. They've met twice in the last stage, so they must have met in the cup before, and the league. And at the moment it's 1 win apiece. Telling their favourites to go out and win that. That hasn't really worked, but we'll see how the match goes. Here we go with white. This isn't a pointless highlight. It usually always is. There we go. Like I said. So nothing has happened in the opening stages of this game. Oh, Martinez has been booked. That's not great in less than a quarter of an hour to pick up a booking. Here we go. Rico finds Rubio to Villa. Come on, Ronaldinho. Villa. Pointless. Come on, let's defend this. Let's defend this. Defend this well. Let's keep it 0-0. Yes, Rico. Come on, let's break. No, straight back, and they're back on the attack. Let's keep this out. Let's keep it tight. No. Ugh. A silly clearance led to that, but they just kept the ball better than we did and knocked it outside the box. I'm a bit worried about Martinez. I don't want him to get sent off, but I'm not really sure what we have on the bench. I'm not going to make a substitution yet, but I'm not sure what we've got on the bench. I don't even know why I'm looking. I have no idea. Come on, let's not 2-0 down. Good clearance. Let's keep it. Oh, I thought it was a penalty then. Let's win this ball back. Come on, guys. Great save and a great clearance as well from Martinez. Okay, that's in his highlight. That's good. Oh, come on. Oh, again. Just not doing anything with it when we get it in the attacking third. Let's win this back. Win it in midfield would be great. Ruiz, great save again from Hernandez. so far Hernandez is the reason we are not 3-0 down after half an hour. Can we build an attack from here? Villa won it, but absolutely nothing came from that. That's irritating. Come on. Let's get this ball back. The board want us to progress from this group, so it's important that we get wins like this. Villa, Lopez, yes. Well backed up. Good goal. I'm really pleased with it, actually. It's well backed up from Lopez there from the initial shot from Villa. Ronaldinho's looking tired, which doesn't surprise me because apparently in real life he doesn't like training. He doesn't like any form of physical exercise. Come on, let's not concede again. Great challenge. Can we win that? Get there first? Yes, come on. 2-1 just before half time would be fantastic. Oh, just didn't do anything with it again. Come on, let's win this. Come on. Make a save, great save. And well cleared. Is that going to be the highlight? Yep, there we go, end of highlight. That's probably going to be it now until half time. They're playing. Yeah, they're playing well. Let's go. If we get a goal, we can do it. They're listened. At least didn't have a negative effect on people. Rico is not playing well at all. I may make that change soon. Possibly change Villa as well. Just have a fresh pair of legs in attack. I think that would be beneficial. But let's see what happens here. Great tackle. Oh, but they've got it back. Oof, that was too close. Too close there to going 2-1 down. Right, let's make some substitutions. I have no idea who people are. Okay, George Corral can replace Rico because he's been playing really badly. And we don't really have a striker, which is annoying. But I'll bring Balthazar on for Emmanuel Villa. And we'll leave it at that for now. Just a fresh pair of legs in attack. And look to strengthen things in defence as well. Okay, this has been a really boring second half compared to the first. Oh, that's typical. I haven't got anyone to replace him with. Yeah, I'll bring him off actually. He might be important later on. We'll move Rubio up top. And then Pacheco can replace him. I know it's the wrong side, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, Corral. Ronaldinho. Come on. Yep, he can still come off despite scoring. It was a great finish. And well set up there by Ronaldinho. That's what he's inside to do. And to score wonder goals as well. Let's just not concede now in the last 14 minutes of the game. Great save again from Hernandez. Let's get this out. Let's win that. Well cleared. Oh, their keeper lost that there. Have a go. No, I think he could have scored there. It was worth having a go, but we're 2-1 up. Let's not make any silly decisions. Let's just see this game out. You can never relax on FM, especially in added time. Ronaldinho is really tired. Ronaldinho puts a corner in. It's well held there. That has to be full time. Yeah, we go. An important win. That could could prove vital actually. They definitely deserve credit for an impressive victory. There we go, a very nice victory. They're all delighted, fantastic. That could prove vital in this Mexican Cup. An away win against Morelia. We should beat Tepic and Dorados. They're both lower league opposition, so we should pick up wins there. It was a fairly even game actually. Pleased that we come away with a win. I think I'll leave it there actually for this first episode, guys. Feedback would be hugely appreciated because, like I said, this is really the first video I've made, so I really want to just see how it goes. Get feedback from you guys on what I can do better and what else you would like to see. I'm not really sure when I'll come back for another episode. Let's have a look at the fixtures list and we can decide something there. Let's just browse. Let's have a look at the schedule and we can sort something out then. Possibly, there's only 17 games, I don't want to do too much. Maybe one of these two games against America or Chivas, because they're big games. Yep, we'll come back. I'll do a live com for the America game. They were the champions last time out, so it should be a good game and a good test for us to see where we're at in terms of being able to push for the championship. It'll be interesting to see how we compare against the really top sides in this division. So until then, guys, thanks for watching, and like I said, feedback would be hugely appreciated.